everyone, welcome back to another video. I'm going to be reading The Invisible Boy. The Invisible Boy. Can you see Brian, the invisible boy? Even Miss Claudia has trouble noticing him in her classroom. She's too busy dealing with Nathan and Sophie. Nathan has problems with what Miss Claudia calls volume control. He uses his outside voice inside too much. Sophie whines and complains when she doesn't get her way. Nathan and Sophie take up a lot of space. Brian doesn't. So here's Brian, invisible boy. Here's Sophie and Nathan. When the bell rings for recess, Mitcha and JT take turns choosing kids for the kickball teams. The best players get picked first. Then the best friends of the best players. Then the friends of the best friends. Only Brian is left, still waiting and hoping. So if you can see that he's always the last one, so he's right here. And then there he is again. And then there he is again in the crowd. JT glances in Brian's direction and just as quickly looks away. We've got enough players for each team, he tells the others. Let's play ball. But do you think he has enough players? Because look, if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 on this team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one should have Brian on their team, but JT says that they have enough, so Brian never gets picked. In the cafeteria, Madison and her friends talk about her birthday party. The rope swing over the pool was awesome, says JT. Yeah, so was the water slide, said Fiona. That was the best pool party ever. I'm so glad you guys had fun, said Madison. Everybody did, except Brian. He wasn't invited. At choosing time, while the other kids played board games and read, at choosing time, while the other kids play board games and read, Brian sits at the table doing what he loves to do best. He draws fire-breathing dragons scaling tall buildings. Thank you for toasting my marshmallow. Space aliens locked in intergalactic battles, greedy pirates digging for treasure, and superheroes with the power to make friends wherever they go. Hi. Hi, friend. Want a cookie? I got you now. Crackers are. Yay! On Monday morning, Miss Claudia introduced Justin, a new student, to the class. Brian smiles shyly at him. Some of the other kids sneak looks at Justin, trying to figure out if he's cool enough to be their friend. They haven't quite made up their minds yet. At lunch, Madison and JT watch Justin eat with chopsticks. Chopsticks. What's that? Asked Madison as she points at Justin's food. It's bulgogi. Bulgogi. It's Korean barbecued beef. My grandma made it for me. It's really good. Do you want to try some? There's no way I'd eat bulgogi. And the kids laughed. All of them. That is, except Brian. He sits there wondering which is worse, being laughed at or feeling invisible. The next day, when Justin goes to his cubby to put away his backpack, he notices a piece of paper with his name on it. Justin, I thought the bulgogi looked good. Brian, yum. He's eating it. Or he drew him eating it. At morning recess, Brian finds a piece of chalk on the ground and starts drawing away. You're Brian, right? Yeah, thanks for the note. Hey, Justin, Emo calls out from the tetherball. You're up next. Sorry, gotta go, says Justin. By the way, that's a really cool drawing, he adds before taking off. And if you can see, he's starting not to be so invisible anymore. Back in class, Miss Claudia asked the kids to team in 2 or 3 for a special project. The kids scurry around the room to pair off. Brian heads toward Justin. I'm already with Justin, said Emo. Find someone else. Brian looks at the floor, wishing he could draw a hole right there to swallow him up. Miss Claudia said we could have up to 3 people in our group. We only have 2. Come on, Emo. Let him work with us. Okay, I guess. Miss Claudia gives the class directions for the project. Your assignment is to work together to write a story about what you see in the photograph. Use your imagination and have fun. Whoa, cool, says Emo. What kind of people do you think live in those houses like that? I don't know, but I bet Brian could draw them to go with our story, says Justin. Brian smiles and takes out his lucky pen. Look, he's not invisible anymore. The crooked story we made up on the spot. I think it's supposed to say spot. So they're all working together. Narrative. Hi, I'm the narrator, and if you're wondering why a pirate got the part of a narrator, I'll tell you. It's all in the agent. Well, now on with the tale. And then it shows it behind here, but doesn't show the whole thing. At lunch, it's lunchtime again. Brian's least favorite part of the day. Another 20 long minutes of kids talking and laughing with everyone else but him. Brian, he hears someone shout. Hey, Brian, over here. Brian turns and sees Justin waving him over. Emil nods at Brian as he makes room for him at the table. Cookie? Thanks. Maybe, just maybe, Brian's not invisible after all. The end. And that's the end of The Invisible Boy. I really hope you like this book. It would mean a lot to me if you subscribed and hit that thumbs up. Hope you having a wonderful Friday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.